nerdy group, so you'll get into Superman stuff.
Okay.
I'll pre-warn you.
Good luck. I don't know much about it, but I'll try.
So in game day, you play a quarterback. Were you disappointed to find that you weren't going to throw a football in the whole film, or were you slightly relieved that you weren't going to have to?
Well, I mean, I guess I was a little bit, only because, who doesn't want to throw a football?
True.
But I was able to go up and spend some time with the Cleveland Browns at their training camp. And so I threw some balls there for real with those guys. So that was fun. It just wasn't on camera.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Was it intimidating being around those guys?
Yes, they're very fast and they're very big. Yeah.
It's very different. Did you have any quarterbacks in mind when you were playing the character?
Not one in particular. I was able to talk to a few just about what it was like to be an NFL quarterback, to be on the road, the effects it has on yourself and your family and age, and the idea that, at 34 you're old.
Yep.
That's kind of a strange idea.
Yeah, you'd be out already.
Yeah, I'd be totally out.
So growing up, do you play sports?
Yeah. I didn't play football, but I would play with my friends, in the backyard, but never organized.
But never organized.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite sport to watch now?
I probably golf. I like to watch golf a lot. How exciting is that? How exciting is that? But I'll watch playoff anything. You could give me, whether it's, soccer in Europe or even cricket, like the heightened reality of a playoff situation, the do or die, that's always attractive to me. Yeah.
Growing up in the 80s and 90s, you would have seen Kevin Costner on the big screen. Growing up, what was it like working with somebody that you would have seen in that sort of situation?
I was terrified going in. But I met him about 20 minutes before we did the scene where our characters butt heads. And he was great. He really put me at ease, and we talked about some things we had in common, and he was really great. Great partner.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. What, other than the one you're currently in, what's your favorite sports movie?
It's a little embarrassing because, his picture's behind me, but Field of Dreams was always great.
You're such a suck-up.
I know, I'm sorry, but it was. That and Major League, I think that's always a good one.
Yeah, that's a classic. You and Jennifer Garner are both main characters in television shows with huge fandoms. Did you all have a chance to talk about what that's like to be sought after by crazy people?
We didn't meet on the film.
Did you?
Our characters don't cross paths. We did meet at a screening for draft day in LA, but it was brief. Hey, how you doing? Nice to finally meet you, kind of thing.
So while we're on your fandom, when Smallville aired, it had the highest rating for any debut ever for that network. What's it like to know that 8.4 million people stopped what they were doing to watch you?
I don't know. I mean, it's like you can't really even think about it. It's great because, there's so many people that work so hard to make it, and to have people watch it and then come back and watch it again, that's what we're there for. It's great to make people happy like that.
During the filming of Smallville, you purposely stayed away from reading the Superman comics.
Right.
Did you get into them after?
I didn't, and it wasn't that I avoided them. It wasn't there's anything wrong with them. I've seen some. I think they're great. It's just, it wasn't my thing. And I think with Smallville, because we were playing the character before he became Superman, and we were taking liberties that,
Right.
on our own, reading about his future would have just, made it more difficult to sort of be in the moment for the character. Yeah.
Gotcha. What's one cool thing, one prop that you took home from Smallville when you were done?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask draft day. Draft day, I took my helmet, which was cool.
Yes, that's awesome.
From Smallville, I got to be honest with you, there's not one thing that I took. Everything was taken away to the Warner Brothers. They have like some warehouse. It's like an Indiana Jones where they put everything away. And apparently there's just warehouses of all these things. Like,
all the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. So we all have something that we geek out about. What is the one thing that you find that you're sort of geeky about?
It's funny about that kind of stuff because I don't know how much we are aware of when we're geeks and when we're not.
Sure.
I had a buddy of mine tell me the other day, he was talking about, because we're kind of like dorks about this. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, you're like a dork. I'm like, what do you mean I'm a dork? He's like, well, yeah, you get into these things and like you get it. And I think I geek out in phases. I think that like sometimes I'll just get focused on something. And a lot of times it's work. I will geek out on work. Like I will definitely shut everything out and just be like, okay, this is the project. This is what I'm doing. So that for me, that's probably where I geek out the most.
All right. I have one question that I promised a friend
Okay.
that I would ask. It's going to be slightly ridiculous. I'm prepared.
I'm sure it will be.
So this is word for word. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Tom, Mr. Welling, you played one of the most iconic fictional characters of the 20th century. Who was Kal-El to you for those 10 seasons of Smallville?
Who was he to me? He was, honestly, he was a character that I played at work. I mean,
good.
I know it's not romantic or anything, but yeah.
But it means you're focused on your job.
Yeah.
Which shows in this movie, and it was so much fun.
Thank
Had
you.
a great time seeing it.
Great, thanks.
Thanks so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.